As we're moving into August, another thing that we're noticing might be grubs in our soil. And these grubs are typically, you can find them at every different size. They might be small or larger, but typically what they are a green Japanese fig beetle. And we'll start seeing them fly around. They're eating our fruit off our trees. And instead of using a lot of heavy chemicals in our soils to get rid of them, one thing we try to use are nematodes. And yes, there are a lot of different types of nematodes. So if we're trying to get rid of grubs, we use nematodes that attack those grubs. These predatory nematodes come in a couple different ways. They come in little tea bags that they'll cover about 3,000 square feet. So this container has about 3 tea bags in it, and each tea bag covers 1,000 square feet. Then we have them in little pill form. These are things that you can add into your garden or containers. And if you don't even have grubs, it's sometimes nice to add, just in case one of those green beetles comes, lays an egg, and then you have grubs, they're already in your soil. Expect these things to take about a month, month and a half to really kick in. But these are things that we use here at the nursery at least once, twice a year, because once you have grubs, it gets a little tricky to get rid of them. So start early with nematodes. So as we're warming up and we potted our houseplants up, and we're noticing that as our houses are getting warmer, we might have a lot of fungus gnats. They're there, they're living in the soil, they're laying their eggs, their little larvae are eating the soil, they're pooping in the soil, they're feeding the plant, but they are really annoying. And sometimes we wake up and all of a sudden we have a bunch of gnats flying all over the place. That comes from soil that's really light and fluffy. So if you're looking at a potting soil, use something a little bit heavier, but as you pick it up and it's light and fluffy, chances are you might get a few fungus gnats as the weather warms. To get rid of fungus gnats, there's something really cool. It's also using biology in the soil and bacteria to get rid of those eggs and larvae. It's called mosquito bits. This works really well for mosquito larvae. It doesn't get rid of the mosquitoes that are flying around, but what it is, it's a inoculated grain, it's actually corn, that they inoculate with a bacteria. When you put this on the surface of your soils, or you actually put this in water and you spray your soils down with it, that bacteria is there and it's living in the top of the soils and it's eating the eggs and the larvae of all those fungus gnats. It's not gonna get rid of your fungus gnats right away. It takes a couple weeks because we're trying to get that whole cycle. We have some that are flying. Once they lay their eggs, after a few days, they're passing on. So it takes a couple weeks to clean them up, but mosquito bits work out great. And this actually lasts a really long time. It takes a little bit of this to really work on a small container. You add it about once a week. Hopefully after about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you notice all those fungus gnats are no more. For August, if you guys have any other questions or comments, or just tell us what you're doing in your gardens, definitely leave a comment below, or even better, come in and talk to us. The nursery is a great place to be during the summer. We have the bonsai area you can come and sit in, enjoy the cool weather, enjoy that big wind chime that's back there, and enjoy the rest of the month.